Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Chad Camper here. Third time's the try. Kept messing up the recording somehow. Little thing every time. So now we're good to go. I'm here to make the video. I wanted to make a video today about the Aguilar 700 AG 700 preamp. I have a couple basses that I thought could benefit from a preamp specifically, and I've been using it. I got talked into it, of course, when I got on the phone with my guy at Sweetwater. I'm just joking, but that typically happens. And I said, yeah, I'll try it out. So I ordered it. I've really enjoyed it. It's definitely made some of my basses sound better, the ones that really could use it. So today I wanted to show you guys the preamp and show you how you can sculpt the sound and the different sounds that you can get with the preamp. I'm taking a bass that definitely could benefit from it. This is a Raccoon 4-string passive fretless bass with black nylon strings. I found this at a vintage guitar store in Kyoto, Japan. The bass is pretty cheap. I think it was around $200, but I played it in the store and I was like, oh, this would be a cool little thing to come back from Japan with. And the gear at that store was crazy. They had so many cool things. So this bass is not my favorite bass, and it's got a very particular sound, but it is fun to play, and I have been getting it sounding pretty good on some recordings if I'm going for a certain sound. So first, I'm going to show you how the bass sounds by itself, no preamp, just straight into the Apollo DI. And that way we have something to compare it to once we get the preamp going. Also, the pickups are equally blended, and there's about 1 notch of tone for each pickup, just so that it doesn't sound completely flat, which it definitely can, because these strings are pretty old and they're nylon. So this is what the bass sounds like by itself. All right, so there's the bass. By the way, I don't know much about the Raccoon brand. I did try and look it up, but I didn't really spend much time doing that. So if you know anything about Raccoon, I believe that's how it's spelled. Yep, Raccoon. And let's see. Oh, interesting thing that I forgot. It's produced by Kawaii, like the piano company, I assume. So I do think it is actually made in Japan. But that's how the bass sounds. Now let's get into the preamp, talk about that. The preamp has 4 knobs on it. It's got a bass knob, treble, high mid, low mid. It's also got 2 other settings that you can engage. One is the bright setting, one is the deep setting. I don't know the technical specifics off the top of my head. I actually did read about it when I first got it, but when you engage the bright, it makes it a little bit brighter, adds some highs to it. It definitely adds highs to it, because anytime I turn it on, it's almost too much sometimes for me. But it is nice, especially on this bass. And then the other setting is the deep setting, which is obviously bigger, lower sound. On top of that, we've got a XLR out, as well as a 1/4 inch out, 1/4 inch in, and a ground lift switch, and a post and pre button, should you need that. I actually really like that, because recording with this is pretty nice, especially, if you needed to take 2 outs for some reason. So let's get into sculpting the sound. Bass by itself, completely flat. Now I'm going to engage the preamp. All the knobs are at 12 o'clock. There's no added gain, but the volume is at a position that's equal to the bass without the preamp to keep that uniform. So this is the sound of the bass with the preamp engaged, everything at 12 o'clock, no extra switches turned on. Now I'm going to take off the preamp. I'm going to disengage it. I'm going to gauge again. Not crazy different, maybe a little bit warmer with the preamp engaged. Now let's take the bass knob and let's just add some bass to it. Some more bass. And way more bass, which is going to be too much, but actually, I like that. I'm going to turn the bass back to 12 o'clock. Now let's check out what the low mids sound like. Right now they're at 12 o'clock. We're not adding any low mids yet. This is where we're sounding. Now let's add some low mids. A little more. Even more. Okay, basically right now we are seeing what tools we have. I'll do some different sounds later where I take out frequencies as well, but right now I just want to add frequencies so we can see what that's like, since the bass by itself was not terribly different from the preamp with everything at 12 o'clock. Now let's go to the high mids. Turn some of those up. I'm liking that. More high mid. Now even more. Cool, that's what the high mids sound like. Now let's add some treble. Add some more treble. Now some more. Quite a bit. Cool. Definitely bringing the bass to life. We do get a little bit of a hum, or a little static, but definitely brings the bass to life. Now we can sculpt it a little bit. I'm not going to go through everything. And before I forget, let me engage our bright switch, our deep switch, and then both at the same time. Like I said, that's another feature on this preamp. So right now all the knobs are at 12 o'clock, and we're going to engage the bright setting, but this is what it sounds like without the bright setting. Everything's at 12 o'clock, no bright setting. bright setting engaged. Cool. Sounds pretty good. Now we're going to go to the deep setting engaged. Okay, now if you click it again, it'll engage bright and deep. I don't love how that sounds overall, but it does, like I said, bring the bass to life. So now I'm going to turn both of those off, turning off the bright, turning off the deep, and I want to sculpt a sound, just try and find something that I like. So somewhat pretty clear right now, but I might want a little more bass, a little less low mid, a little more high mid, and a little more treble. That sounded pretty cool. I'm going to add some more treble. Cool, that's actually sounding very good. Now I'm going to add a little more high mid just to see what happens. Sounds pretty good. I'm going to add low mid and take out some bass. I'm going to compromise. Add a little more low mid, take out a little more bass. Thinner, definitely thinner, but not terrible. I'm going to take out some of the high mids, add some bass to that, see what this sounds like. Sounds pretty cool. Last thing I'm going to try, there are many possibilities of what we could do, but I just want to give you a full sort of spectrum about it. I'm going to do a lot of high mid, 3 o'clock on the high mid, 3 o'clock on the treble, take down the low mids a lot, add some bass to it, and see what this sounds like. That might be my favorite one yet. So anyway, I hope you guys have gotten something from this video, don't leave yet, because I'm going to do a playthrough on just a groove that I'm working on and play the bass with the preamp on a setting that I like so you can hear it in a mix. I'm not gonna do anything else to the bass in the mix other than potentially compress it just a bit. But I want you guys to hear that. I hope this helps you if you're looking for a preamp. I'm a huge fan of Aguilar products, so pretty much everything that they make has been great. And this definitely can help out a bass that needs it. So check out this beat right now.